Hello everyone, welcome, I'm Robert, and this is another playthrough of Star Wars Destiny Encounters. Today I'm playing against Jabba's Rancor in normal difficulty, and I'm using this jank Finn and Yoda deck. And Yoda is just pretty much there to enable Finn. It's a weird deck. I just basically take advantage of cards that have high dice values, okay? And I have certain cards that you make you re-roll dice, and based on the value that they roll, you heal or you deal damage. So that's kind of what the deck is about. Okay. And I have a couple just things thrown in there for fun. All right. So I'm just gonna show you real quick so that you see what the deck has. Okay. So that you see the contents in case you're interested in trying something out similar. But yeah, this is a very fun deck, okay, that I made. And now we are playing with the Advanced Battlefields module and the Advanced Discard from Hand Effects module because of Yoda's discard phase, okay? But that pretty much is it. And yeah, with the Rancor, you have to make sure that you replace all copies of Focus with the Enrage card, okay, which acts different from Focus. All right. But yeah, I've set up everything. I've shuffled everything. We just need to roll to see whose battlefield is going to be brought on. And we're using the Advanced Battlefields module. So for Jabba's Rancor, it's suggested you give him Jabba's Palace. And here's the enemy claim card effect. For this deck, I like using Emperor's Throne Room. And I figured since I made a card to, determine how the enemy uses this battlefield, I might as well just throw it in there in case we keep my battlefield for this game. Okay, so let's roll. See who goes first. So the enemy got that's a 5. Okay, so the enemy got a 5. Let's see what I get. So that's 1, and that's 5. Okay, so it looks like we are re-rolling. All right, so let's see. So we got 3, 4. Okay, and then we got 4, 5. Okay, it looks like we. Oh no, actually no. The enemy wins. That's 6. 6 versus the 4. Yep. So the enemy will keep Jabba's Palace. We're gonna put this aside, and we're gonna put this here. Okay. And as usual, I'm gonna use this to determine who has control of the battlefield. Okay. So now the enemy has it, and I flip this when it's claimed. Okay. So right now it hasn't been claimed yet for this round. All right. So yeah, those were rolls, and I'm gonna now draw. I'm gonna now draw up to 5. And see what I get. Let's see. I think we could put this aside. Yeah, so this I think I'm gonna shuffle. This I think I'm gonna shuffle back and see if I draw something else other than that. And let's see what we get. Okay, I remove 3 damage from his support and turn this to turn a support die to any side. Okay, cool. So that's what I'll do. Okay, so the enemy kept the battlefield, and I gained 2 shields. So let's put 1 on each Finn and Yoda. Okay, and yeah, the enemy goes first. So let's go ahead and roll. And I'm gonna use this instead of exhausting cards. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the Rancor got 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So my first action will be putting Force Speed on Yoda, and let's go ahead and get a die for that. Okay, and then the enemy will resolve this. So that's 5, number 5, which is 2 melee damage. So 1 is gonna go on Yoda. Okay, after the shield. Okay, and then I'm gonna activate Yoda. All right, so we roll these 3. Okay, all right, and now the enemy will resolve 4, so that's gonna go on Yoda. Okay, let's roll. Let's go ahead and roll Finn as well. Okay, I don't think I have any upgrades. Actually, I forgot to get my 2 resources. Okay, hold on. There you go. That's my starting resources there. Maybe I do want to add something to Finn. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and add inner strength, okay? All right, and then Jabba's Rancor will do 2 indirect damage to each player, and then 1 to the himself. All right, so he's gonna take 1. He's gonna take 1 indirect damage. Okay. All right, and then on my turn, yeah, so I'll activate Finn. That's what I meant to do before I put that on him. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's lots of, yeah, I like that. All right, excellent. So 1 damage from a touch character to an opponent's character, use no shields. All right, excellent. Okay, yeah, so 2, so he'll gain 1 resource, okay? And then on my turn, I'll start using some of these, let's see, from another 1 card to another card. All right, so give a character 1 shield. All right, yeah, so I think that what I'll do is I'll use this Yoda die, so I'll activate all special dice, okay? So I'll turn this to this side, okay? And then I'll use these 2, okay, to move 1 damage from a card to another card in play. So I'll move these 2 damage to Jabba's Rancor, and then I'll use this to move 1 damage from attached character to an opponent's character with no shield. So I'll move this to Jabba, okay? And then that's it for me. So I'll put this away. All right, and now the enemy will play a card, okay? So this is Savage Thrashing. Each player discards the top card of their deck and deals indirect damage to themselves equal to its cost. And it has Echo, but that doesn't come into play yet. All right, so we have to deal indirect damage to ourselves equal to that. Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 on Yoda and 1 on Finn, okay? There you go. And now I'll make the enemy lose a resource. So there, okay? The enemy will play a card. Deafening Roar. Each player loses 1 resource, so I don't have any. Discard a card at random from their hand. All right. Okay. All right. And that's that. And then exhaust 1 of their support. So I don't have a support to exhaust, so that's fine. And I think I'll go ahead and claim the battlefield. So I gain a resource, and I don't have a bounty hunter, so I can't make the opponent lose a resource. Not that they have 1 to lose anyway. Okay. Seize. Ah, well, will you look at that? Then the enemy will take the battlefield right back from me. Okay, and then let's see. It says this doesn't, and then the enemy claim ability says if the enemy has no resources, they gain 1 resource. Okay, cool. So they got their resource back, and then if they spot Gamorrean Guard, each player loses a resource. But yeah, they don't have Gamorrean Guard yet. All right, cool. So that's that. Let's move to upkeep. So we're going to move this over here. We're going to replenish. 1, 2, 3. Okay, enemy will gain 1 resource in normal difficulty. We'll flip this. We'll remove these tokens. Okay, and I'll gain my 2 resources. Okay, so I go up to 3. And I'm going to draw up to 5. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, cool. All right, so now the enemy will go first. So let's activate Jabba's Rancor. Okay. All right. So that's 5, 5. He's gonna be hashing out a lot of melee damage there, but we can try to mitigate that a bit. Let's play Sound the Alarm. Okay. Let's reroll these 2. Okay, and we got 1 and 6. Okay, so that's better. All right, so now Jabba will resolve his top die. So one of the things with Jabba, it just hasn't come into play yet, right? One of the gimmicks is that he uses feral dice, which I can resolve. So if the enemy rolls that, I have a short window for me to resolve it instead of them. But it comes at the cost of 1 indirect damage, okay? Same with the enemy. They have to pay 1 indirect damage. So they'll go ahead and do that, okay? They'll pay 1 indirect damage, and then they'll deal 2 to Yoda, okay? And feral dice can be modified, repair. Yeah, and they can be modified. Basically, I can resolve it as if it was mine. Okay, and it comes with a little example and everything. It's part of the set. All right. Okay, cool. So that was Jabba's turn, and on my turn, I want to activate Yoda and see if I can get some force speed sides. Okay, let's see. Okay, I did not, but that could still this could still be helpful. All right, so the enemy will gain a resource, which means they'll advance. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'll go ahead and pay 2 to get Yoda's HUD, because I want to start giving some shields to Yoda. All right, because it's not looking good with how much damage he's taken. So now the enemy will play a card. So that's Armored Skin. So he gains 3 shields, and then the enemy treats this as a character with 2 health when distributing indirect damage. So this protects the enemy from further indirect damage, up to 2 points, and then it's discarded. Okay. All right. Yeah. So basically, he gets buffed by 5 health. In other words. All right. So now I want to go ahead and activate Finn. Roll. Okay, so that's not the best, but I do have Yoda to help me with that. So now we're gonna have the enemy play another card. Okay, so this is when Echo comes into play. All right, so that's Savage Thrashing, and cards with Echo basically get repeated for each copy of itself in the discard pile the moment it's played. So we're gonna do that twice. So I discard the top 2 cards, okay? And I deal a total of 4 indirect damage to myself, okay? So I'll place 3 here and then 1 here, okay? So that's pretty savage, you could say. All right, now on my turn, I'll, let's see. Okay, so I think here's what I'll do. I'll use this to turn this to a shield side, and then to turn this to a ranged side. Okay, and then the enemy will play another card, so that's Gamorrean Guard. Okay, cool. And now I am going to let's see. I'm going to give 2 shields to Yoda. Okay. All right, and then the enemy will activate this Gamorrean Guard, and that's a dud. Okay, and then I'm going to activate Yoda's HUD to gain a resource, and actually, so yeah, I gave a character 1 shield, so Yoda gains a shield, and then because he has 3 or more shields, I gain a resource. That's what I meant. Okay. All right, so then the enemy run out of things to do, so they'll claim the battlefield. And I just realized that was a bit stupid, because now he's gonna make me lose my resource. All right, well, too bad. So yeah, the enemy will claim, and they don't have resources, so they gain 1, and then they make me lose a resource because they spot Gamorrean Guard. They have Gamorrean Guard. So yeah, I should have done that in a different order, but I'll leave it as is. All right, so now. What I should have done was just kill the Gamorrean Guard, and I would have solved that issue. So I'll do that. It has taunt anyway, so I have to. And the enemy will gain 2. It'll heal by 2 from Gamorrean Guard dying. And then what I'll do is let's give Finn a shield, and let's also gain a resource. I think that what I want to do is gain a resource, and I want to pay those 2 resources to play modified HWK 290. So when you play the support, place 2 damage on it. After you activate the support, deal indirect damage to yourself equal to the damage on it. So here. So I think that I'll wait a bit because I want to remove some of that from. I want to remove some of that damage from it before I do that. Okay. So that's that. So we're gonna pass. Yeah, I don't think I have any more actions I want to do. So we'll just pass. I'll gain my 2 resources. Okay. Let's remove these tokens. All right. Let's remove this. Flip this. The enemy gains 1 resource. We're gonna replenish this, and we're gonna put this back. 2 and 3, and I'm gonna draw up to 5. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right. So now I want to start. Well, the enemy goes first of all. So let's go ahead and put that there. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like the enemy is going to be gaining some resources. All right. So that's 3. 3 is going to be dealing some indirect damage for sure and gaining resources. Let's see if I can accelerate things a bit. I can't really manipulate dice with the hand that I got, but luckily Yoda does have some shields, so that should help. So let's activate Yoda, okay? And just so that it's a bit less cluttered, let me change this for a 5 die, okay? Okay, there you go. All right. So now let's roll this for Yoda. Okay, and I still can't manage to roll the force speed special, but that's okay. So now that's 4 indirect damage, and then the enemy will deal itself 2 indirect damage. Okay, 4 indirect damage. I'll just direct it at the shields. Okay, there we go. I think that's the best option. And now I'm gonna go ahead and activate Finn. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, so we got, okay, good. All right, that's good. I like it. Okay, so there's potential there. All right. So now the enemy will basically advance because they'll gain 3 resources. So they just flip this. Okay, there we go. Gain 3 resources, advance. All right. Now, on my turn, I really just don't care for these dice. So I'll go ahead and re-roll these 3 and see if I get something better. Okay, well, got a bunch of shields. That's not bad. All right. Then we flip this and heal the enemy for 2. Sheesh. Okay. All right. Back to square one, I guess. All right. So I think I'm gonna start resolving some dice here. So let's first use Finn's ability to move 1 damage from here to the Rancor, and this ignores shields. Okay. There we go. Because I do want to activate that in a second. And unfortunately, that has a shield, so I can't use inner strength just yet. So that's fine. So we flip a card. Oh my god, no way. All right, this might be very bad for me. Let's see. Discard 3 cards. Okay, that's not the worst. All right, so discard 3 cards and deal indirect damage. Yeah, because there's already 2 of those in the discard pile. So I deal myself 3 indirect damage. Let's see. I think we can do 1 here, and then let's do, I suppose, you know what, let's risk it a bit. So 1 here and then 2 here. I'll be able to heal him in a second. All right, so that was the enemy's turn. Now let's roll this guy, or actually let me resolve these before they get messed with. So let's do 2 here, okay? All right, and then 1 here, okay? There we go. Then we flip. The enemy gains 2 resources, so they advance, okay? They gain a die. All right, and then I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna finally just activate this guy, okay? Roll, and I do have to deal myself 1 indirect damage, okay, from activating this. All right, 4. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, Shatter. Each player discards 1 of their supports or upgrades in play. Okay, I'll go ahead and discard the Force Spade. All right. Okay. All right. So now I get to do, so that's 1, 3. I'll resolve my indirect damage die. So 2 go here, Okay, so that leaves me with 5, 4. Okay, did I do that right? Yeah, so I had 7, 5, 4. Okay, yeah, and then 6 go here. All right, cool. Then the enemy will get to claim the battlefield, and then they don't gain a resource because remember, we're resolving the enemy claim ability, and enemy has no resources, then they gain one, but in this case, they don't gain any. All right. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and place a shield on Yoda and gain a resource from Yoda's hut. Then the enemy will, they don't do anything because they claim the battlefield. I'll go ahead and resolve this. I'll resolve that, and I'll move 1 damage from Finn to the Rancor. Okay, so that's 7. All right, and I still have some resources I can use. So let's use Merchant Freighter. Okay, let's add Merchant Freighter in here, and let's just move this over here. Okay, so we have Yoda's hut, Merchant Freighter. Okay, and I'll go ahead and exhaust it to gain another resource. Okay, like that. All right, and after that, I think I'm done. I don't really have anything else I can do, so we're gonna move to the new round. So I'm gonna go up to 4 resources. Okay, let's remove these exhaust tokens. Okay, ready. Ready. This. Let's move this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we flip. Enemy gains 1 resource, and I draw up to 5. I still like what I have in hand, so I'm not gonna change it. All right, reroll 1 of your character dice. Yeah, this could work. All right, healing would not be bad. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so now we're gonna let the enemy go first. So we activate. All right. Okay, so the enemy rolled a bunch of 6s. Okay, let's see. Okay, 3, 5, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So on my turn, definitely one of the things I want to do is I want to use that feral die against the enemy. So I'm gonna resolve this against him. Remember, I can resolve that feral die. So I'll deal it 4 damage, which will bring it to 11. Okay, and I have to deal 2 indirect damage to myself. So I'll do 2 here. Okay, to these shields. So that is that. That was my turn. Yeah, I just resolved melee dice, and then. The enemy will resolve this 5 against Yoda, okay, which will bring him to 7. Okay, like that. Okay, 4. So he's at 7 damage. Okay. And then he has 4, so that's 1 damage. Okay. You know, just so that Yoda doesn't take that, I'll give him a shield. And then the enemy will resolve this. And it'll go to the shield. Okay, so now I'll use 3 resources to put autocannon on Finn. Okay, let's see. There's the autocannon die. Then the enemy will gain 2 resources, which will unlock this. Okay. All right, and I'll just start rolling. Let's start with Yoda. Okay, let's roll these 2. Okay. All right, and then the enemy will play a card. Fearsome Presence. Each player removes 1 of their dice showing a value of 1 or less. I suppose that I'll remove that, okay, so that I keep the special. Then I'll activate Finn. Okay, we got some ranged damage. That's great. And let's see. Okay, that's not so great. I need a bit more damage there. All right, so the enemy will play a card, Reinforcements. Oh, that's just great. So he'll search for I suppose I'll just go get. Should I get Malakili? Let's get Malakili. Or do I want to get Malakili? That sucks. Because then if I get Malakili, I have to search for the Rancor pit. Oof, no. That's bad. Yeah, let's just get another. Oh no, I think I don't have a choice. It looks like the other pig is in one of these. Ah, man. Okay, yeah, that blows. Yeah, so I have to play that, and then he'll play Jabba's Rancor Pit. After the enemy plays an event card with Echo, exhaust this supporting play to play the top card of the encounter deck. Wow, that blows. So, all right, let's get a die for Malakili. And also, Malakili doesn't let me resolve feral dice against the enemy. So yeah, he'll take food. The enemy will take full advantage of that. Okay, well, that was crazy. So let me see what I can do here to mitigate some of that. Yeah, what I'll do is let's resolve this, okay? And let's activate that, right? Just so that I'm consistent, let me use that instead. And that's fine, because what I'll do is I'm gonna turn these dice into indirect damage in a second. So yeah, I have to deal indirect damage to myself. I'll just deal it to Yoda. That's fine. And now he'll activate. All right. Okay, so he gets a 6. So he'll gain a resource and reroll all enemy leader dice showing blank. So you know what? I would rather he doesn't gain a resource, because that's just making me sick already. And actually, hold on. I know that the pig is there. Yeah, I think it's more effective if I use this against the pig. So, all right. So here's what I'll do instead. I'll spend 1 resource, and I'll play Locked and Loaded. Spot a red character to turn 2 of your dice to sides showing indirect damage. So I'll turn this to this side, and I'll turn this to this side. Okay. All right, 2 of your dice size. Yep, that checks out. So that's awesome. And now the enemy will resolve this. So they'll gain a resource, no dice to reroll. And now I'll resolve this against the enemy. So that's 7 indirect damage. So 3 go here, 4 go here. Okay, so that's 15. Okay. All right. And that means I can resolve feral dice once again if the need arises. On the enemy's turn, there's the pig. I was waiting for that to happen, and he just came here to get shot immediately by Finn in the face, and the Rancor will gain 2 health. All right. Okay. So that was my turn, and then the enemy will play another Fearsome Presence. And this has Echo. So each player removes 1 of their dice, showing a value of 1 or less. So I have to remove these 2, okay, which is sad. All right. Not a whole other things I can do. So I'll go ahead and actually I used this earlier. I don't know why it's at 3. So let's reduce it to 1. All right. And then I gain a resource. And then the enemy will play 1 card. He'll make me discard the top. Wow, he's gonna mail me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I just have to be careful not to discard too many cards from my hand, because it's getting dangerously thin, my deck, that is. But yeah, I'll finally go ahead and claim the battlefield. I have not been able to do that the entire game so far. So I gain a resource. That's 2, and I don't have a bounty hunter. So then we move on to the next round. Okay, so actually, before we do that, the enemy gains 1 resource, which means that they play the top card of the encounter deck. Okay, but the game will just stop. It's not gonna do anything else after that, because it's the upkeep. So Surge. Okay, 1 damage to each of my characters. Okay, 6, and then 3. All right. Okay, we're gonna put this back here. Let's bring these back, and the Rancor heals 1. Oh, and actually, my bad. I forgot about this, because he played fearsome presence, so I'm supposed to exhaust this, and he gets to play another card from the encounter deck. So basically, he would have played this earlier, and now he just gets to play another one. Armored Skin. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, and he heals the 1. I almost forgot. So that's 2. And now he gains 3 shields. Okay. It's not there's still hope, folks. Don't worry, it might look dire, but this deck, once it gets going, it can put out a lot of damage. It'll just depend on what I draw. All right, but yeah, it's not looking the best either. So let's see. All right, so yeah, he gained resources. We flip this. At least I go first, so I'm glad about that. I do go first, which is cool. All right, so yeah, I will keep these because I just don't want to mill. So 1, 2. Okay, cool. All right, so I do gain my 2. Okay, so I go up to 4. And yeah, with this heavy blaster, before you resolve this, you may increase its value. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just play this and just try to blast that frigging Jabba's Rancor into oblivion. So let's spend 3 resources to play this blaster, heavy blaster. Okay, and here it is. All right, and now the enemy will activate the Rancor. May thy blade chip and shatter. All right, let's see. Okay. Oof, that's some. Okay, I mean, I do get to resolve a couple of them against him. Let's see. Sure. Yeah, I mean, what option do I have, really? So, yeah, let's resolve these 2 against him, okay? I do have to deal myself 2 indirect damage. He's gonna do 2 to Yoda. Yeah, so let me deal myself 2, okay? And it's just not looking good. So 2 indirect damage to myself, and then 4 to this thing. So 3 to the shields, and then 1 to that. Okay, and then I'm gonna let's do just Finn, okay, because I don't think that Yoda's gonna make it anyway. So or actually, no, I can't even really manipulate it. Yeah, can't really even manipulate it, so that's fine. Okay, so let's just try to deal as much damage as possible. Okay, 3, 4, 6. That's a decent amount of damage. Okay. All right. So then, yeah, Rancor will just eat Yoda. Okay. Goodbye, Yoda. All right. And then I could do this, but then it's gonna make me have to. It's gonna make me. Like. This is gonna make me deal 1 indirect damage to myself, and I don't like that. But actually, it's about to deal 4 indirect damage. I just realized that. Oof! I don't think I can survive that. I just realized that, and I can't even re-roll it. Okay, yeah. So I guess this is it. The only other thing I can do is gain health. Yeah, I mean, I'll try. There's the only other thing I can do if I want to survive. I'll play Defiance. Reroll 1 of your character dice, then heal damage from that character equal to the value. Yeah, but it's a Hail Mary. Let's see. Oh my god, yes! So I healed 3 damage. Okay, good. That's the best result I could have gotten. I love that. All right. So, cool. So yeah, I heal 3. And then he's gonna resolve this, so that's 4 indirect damage. So I get to survive just a bit longer. Okay, it's not much, but it's something. And then he deals 2 indirect damage to himself, which will make this go away. Okay. All right. Now I need to start resolving that before he annihilates me. So let's see. I will. Let's start with this first, I suppose. So let's do. Oh man, I don't have that resource anymore. Okay, hold on. Let me spend this merchant freighter to gain 1 last resource. Okay, and then I'll be able to resolve that. Let's see. The enemy gains 2 resources. Okay. All right, now I get to spend that last resource, and I deal 6 to him. Okay, so he goes to 19. Where are you? Okay, 19. There you go. Enemy plays a card. Enrage. Turn all enemy leader dice showing blank to their feral side. All right. Oof. But before he gets to resolve that against me, I do have the chance to what's his face? Resolve it against him. It'll leave me in 1 health. So yeah, I'll resolve it against him. I take 1 indirect damage. He's at 21. Okay. Yep. So I'm just hanging by a thread here. Each player removes 1 of their dice showing ranged or melee. All right, I'm lucky. This didn't get removed. Okay. Let me just gain a shield just in case, because yeah, I could just. Okay, no escape. All right. Okay, so this one says place 3 resources on it. And basically, every time I resolve a melee or ranged die showing 2 or less, a resource is removed. And after that, after all of them are removed, the enemy advances. Okay, so he'll get to play a card for free later. All right. Okay. So now, yeah, let me resolve this. So that's 3 indirect damage. So he's at 24. Enemy plays another card. He gains 1 shield. Okay. And you know what? Let me just. Do I claim the battlefield? Yeah, I think I should claim the battlefield if I want to have a chance. Yeah, because if I roll first, I might be able to kill him before he activates all his dice. It's doubtful though. But yeah, I'll just claim the battlefield. I'll gain a resource, and then the enemy just has nothing to do. So he'll heal 1 down to 23. And then we're gonna replenish this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does he advance? Yeah, he does. Shit. Okay, actually, this card was supposed to be played. Deafening Roar. So damn. Okay. All right. So yeah, actually, let me look at this. let me look at the turn steps to make sure I'm doing this in the right order. You know, I guess it happens at the same time. So I'll just make it so that I lose a resource. Yeah, I lose a resource and then I'll gain my 2. Okay. And actually, I'm supposed to lose another one. Fuck. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's a Deafening Roar. I exhaust, which won't matter because it's gonna get readied, and then I discard 2 cards at random from my hand. Okay. Man, and then he activates this, which means that he plays another card from the top of their deck. Damn. Okay, yeah, this doesn't matter at that point because it's already the upkeep. So yeah, okay, good. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna see what we can do here. Okay, so I drop to 5, and now yeah, I'll just activate first. That's the priority here. Yeah, I'm at 1 resource, which sucks because of that Deafening Roar. But let's roll. Oh my god, awful rolls. But yeah, I just need. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, I just needed one frigging man, this is unbelievable. I just needed 1 indirect damage die and I would have been golden. And actually, before you resolve this die, you may increase its value by 1 if it modifies. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, I forgot about this earlier. So there. Okay, I forgot that. I was supposed to increase it by 1, but still, it doesn't matter because yeah, he'll activate. And I mean, if he rolls, unless he rolls like all 1s and 2s, like it's over. 4, 4. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see. I could move 1 damage and then okay, hold on. You know what? Okay, let's try this. Maybe I can squeeze out I can get out of this one. So first, let's let's gain a shield, okay? And then the enemy will resolve this 5 against me, against the shields, okay? All right. And that leaves those 4s. Let's see. Okay, so I'll resolve this to move 1 damage from him to him, ignoring shields. So that'll go up to 25, okay? And then the enemy will resolve these 2 4s. And yeah, even then I'm dead. Okay, yeah, I tried. All right, yeah. So it wasn't that far, at least. Yeah. Oh my god, man! I just needed 1 friggin' indirect damage die, and I would have been good. But it's okay. All right. But yeah, that was fun. I just really love this deck. I just, those big rolls with like big damage. I just like it a lot. But yeah, man, like just Jabba would not relent. Like he was brutal this game, but Jabba's Rancor, that is. But yeah, folks, that was fun. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, go ahead and put them in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.